As you all heard, I'm Coach Fard Bell. I currently reside in Sacramento, California. And prior to working on this project, I was a 19-year-old student living on that famous ramen noodle diet. How many know what I'm talking about with the ramen noodle diet? Grew up, what some people would call poor, low income housing. But I was very blessed. My parents saw bigger than our circumstances early on. And my mom always said, you can do whatever you put your mind to it, to. And I remember my stepdad, before he passed, he would always say, son, no matter how good your job is in the future, whatever it is that you do, if you don't find a way to work smart for yourself and your family, you'll spend the rest of your life working hard for someone else and their family. And how many have found that to be true as well? And I remember going to school looking for a class called How to Work Smarter instead of Harder, but you all know there was no class offered at school. How do I become financially independent? And it wasn't until I realized that everyone I knew who had time freedom to where they didn't have to work for money anymore, they had like an extra 40 hours a week to live their lives. And those who had financial abundance, like a Mrs. Gardner, like so many others, they all owned businesses or investments that continued to create what I call early retirement income, even when they weren't physically working. And I went, wait a minute, if I don't have to wait until I'm retirement age in order to create retirement income, I want to get started not now, but right now. So I was looking, and a good friend of mine called me up one day, and she said, I've got something I want you to look at for me and just give me your feedback on it. And she shared with me some resources that once I saw it and it made sense, I went, oh my gosh, this is something I wish my family had years ago, because it would have saved us a lot of time, money, and stress over the years. And it can help so many other people as well. Well, I had no idea that that opportunity to listen to some information with an open mind would turn into an opportunity that allowed me to retire 40 years early at the age of 22 years old because of the information you're about to hear. So I want to jump right into the information and see if we can make an impact on many other lives, as this has impacted mine and so many others as well. So first of all, let's talk about everyday life events. And if you all would do me a favor and some interaction, everybody put an imaginary phone up to your ear. And imagine today you're going through some life events and you would like some professional help. So you call up an attorney to get some advice, and the first thing you hear is, please deposit $200 for the first half an hour. How many know that's exactly how it works when you call to speak with a professional? And isn't it interesting? Almost everybody put the phone down because most people don't want to spend $200, $300, $400 an hour to get the help that they need. And because of what you're about to hear, none of us will ever have to do that again. So this conversation is about everyday life events. So if you're taking notes, put everyday life events and think about it. Whether how many know that you don't have to be in trouble or have issues? How many know as long as we're alive, we're going to face different life events? And the question is not if we're going to face life events, it's when are we going to face them? And then how are we going to handle them when they happen? Well, because of this resource, I realized that there's so many things that we deal with, but we don't ever have to deal with alone. Think about yourself. Think about your family members. Think about your community. Think about things you could have used this resource for in the past, in the present, and even in the future. How about thought about writing or revising your will? How about lost a job and wanted to know what your rights were? How about being treated unfairly and said, let me speak to your supervisor? Or been a victim of a data breach or identity theft? Maybe you signed a contract or a document you didn't understand or later on regretted it. Receive a traffic ticket. Had an insurance claim denied that you thought should have been covered. How about had questions regarding your credit score and how to improve it, or bought a defective product and wondered what your rights were, had your Social Security account hacked, and I can go on and on and on with everyday life events. But the significance is the gentleman you see on the screen, the founder of this amazing opportunity, was in a situation where he faced a major life event. So as you see in the newspaper clip, the photo, someone crossed over into his lane, caused a head-on collision, and he wound up in the back seat of that overturned vehicle. And even though the other party was at fault, they got the ticket, they were at fault, they hired an attorney to go after him, even though they caused the accident. How many know that's called a frivolous lawsuit? And that took place in 1969. Are those still taking place today? Well, thank God he survived the situation. He had automobile coverage to take care of those expenses. He had medical coverage to take care of those expenses. He had life insurance. Thank God he didn't need it. But the one thing he needed the most and didn't have was some type of legal coverage that would have paid for the attorney's fees, but that concept didn't exist in North America. Upon doing some research, he found out the concept did exist and has been around since the early 1900s in Europe. In fact, you can't even renew your driver's license in some countries without a legal plan. I met some German colleagues and they said, oh, y'all don't have this in the United States? My dog has a legal plan. I'm like, what? And so it was an idea whose time has come. In 1972, he established this amazing mission to make equal access to justice available to everyone. And today, we protect and empower over 4.4 million lives throughout the United States and Canada, which means we have a dedicated law firm for each and every state and province in Canada. So what that means is we pay our law firms about $1 million every 30 to 60 days or so to take care of our everyday life events. So when we pick up the phone, we don't have to worry about footing that bill by ourselves. So that's our vision, is to provide equal access to liberty, equality, opportunity, and justice that every human deserves. And that's why we've been featured by everyone from Forbes to Yahoo Finance, CNBC, Bloomberg, A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. After 50 plus years in business, that speaks volumes. So let's talk about the 3 core products that we offer. The first program we offer is for individuals, for families. And if you see over here, the phone app, that means for as little as $29.95 a month, we can click a button in an app. Everybody say, tap the app. Put that in the chat. Tap the app and have access to a multi-million-dollar network of attorneys on call for everyday life events. How many have wasted $29.95 on something of far less value? I know I have. So when I saw this, it was a no-brainer. The first benefit is personal legal advice on an unlimited number of issues. Let me give you one of my favorite examples. I'd put down a $1,500 deposit to go on a trip, a retreat to Montego Bay, Jamaica. I was super excited about this retreat. Well, I called in to pay for the balance, and they said, oh, you must not have heard the news. And I said, oh no, this doesn't sound like good news. And they said, no, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to take the trip. We had to change the date. We had to change the country. We had to change everything. So I wasn't going to be able to go on the trip. So after I finally got over my pity party, I said, no problem. When can I expect my deposit back? And that's when it got weird. They said, no refund. How many ever heard those 2 words together? And you knew it was unfair, and they also knew it was unfair. So I asked, may I speak to your manager? May I speak to your supervisor? Nothing worked until I said, who does my attorney need to speak with? And I actually meant it. And most of the time we say that kind of thing, we don't mean it, because we're not going to spend $2,000 to get back $1,500. And that's why they say it's cheaper to get ripped off than it is to protect our rights until today. Because now I was able to tap the app, call my law firm. They gave me unlimited advice, and that would have cost me several $100s, but it didn't because I'm a member. They also reviewed my document, the contract that I had signed. That would have cost me several $100s, but it didn't because I'm a member. Then they wrote a 2-page letter on my behalf. They could have made a phone call for me, but they wrote a 2-page letter with about 40 plus attorneys' names on the letterhead. And I didn't know what was going to happen. All I know is a couple of days later, my $1,500 miraculously returned to my bank account. How many know I love LegalShield? How many of you love LegalShield already? And so that's an example, family. In addition to that, 7 out of 10 Americans don't have their last will and testament done. We know we need it. We've been meaning to do it, just haven't gotten around to it. We don't have to wait anymore, because now you just tap the app and you already have a will that's worth $800 to $1,500, depending on where you live, for yourself. And if you have a spouse, it's included as well. And they update it every year at no additional cost. So it includes your will, your living will, your healthcare power of attorney, your financial power of attorney. So if you've been meaning to do it and you all hadn't gotten around to it, You can tell your loved ones, hey, I took care of that tonight. We're now protected as a family. Traffic ticket assistance. Well, we all get pulled over before. I haven't met one person that drives that's never been pulled over or never gotten a ticket. So what do you do in that situation? You just pay the ticket and hope you don't get the points on your license, which makes your car insurance go up? Do you go represent yourself, try to figure out the best thing to say to get out of it? Or you can do, now you don't have to do any of those things. You tap the app, call your law firm, upload a picture of the ticket, and have your attorney go to court with you or for you at no additional cost, as long as you're properly registered and licensed. How many are like, I should have had this a long time ago? I got some teenage drivers. I got some people that drive like a teenager. It might be me. I mean, it's a powerful benefit that I love. Civil trial defense for covered situations. This is what our founder wished he had when he had that frivolous lawsuit. So somebody sues you now, you don't have to live in fear because you've got hours, trial defense hours every single year, just in case someone sues you, and it's included in your membership. Powerful. Tax audit assistance. We all know what IRS stands for. Some say I'm really scared, but for LegalShield members, it stands for I'm really smart, because you have 50 hours of a tax attorney's time just in case you get audited by the IRS. In addition to that, 24/7 emergency access. If you're wondering why would a 19-year-old kid, which I was when I saw this, sign up for a program like this, it was when I saw this benefit and realized I'd already seen enough injustice in my community growing up in Washington, D.C., where I'm from. And when they said I could have my law firm on speakerphone before the officer even gets to my vehicle, in case I'm ever pulled over unfairly, and now, instead of feeling intimidated or feeling like I've got to verbally defend myself, I can have the officer speak with the attorney and now keep it a professional conversation with my rights protected. I signed up immediately, and I wanted everybody in my community to have access to that resource as well. How about you? How about your loved ones? And so, no brainer. If you're ever questioned, detained, arrested by law enforcement, or you're in a situation where Child Protective Services shows up, that's the type of qualified emergency that you have 24/7 access to. Everything else can wait during business hours. And then the 25% preferred member discount. If you're going to hire an attorney anyway for something that's not covered 100%, how many would like to get the best attorneys you can get for the least amount possible? And that's what you have. You'll never pay full price for an attorney again. You get 25% off the normal hourly rate, and that's only if it's not already covered 100% like most things are. So it's powerful if you need to sue someone else, or it's an immigration concern, or maybe it's a contested divorce or custody situation. 25% discount, huge. And you'll never get a surprise bill in the mail. You can choose to use it. In addition to that, family domestic services are available. After 90 days as a customer, you get access to uncontested divorce, adoption, separation, or name change included at no additional cost. Powerful benefit to have access to. In addition to what's already, all of this is covered for only $29.95, you all. And if you have someone in the family, or if you're a gun owner, or you have a home-based business or want to start a business, maybe you do rideshare food delivery like Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, or you want extra lawsuit protection, you want to add an extra 100 hours per year just in case, each of those supplements can be added to your legal plan for only $14.95 a month each. How affordable is that? And then on top of that, if you know any commercial drivers, we have special plans for them. And employee benefits, we can offer this as an employee benefit to companies as well. How many see the value in what we offer to individuals and families? The second core product that we offer is number one when it comes to identity theft protection and restoration. And I'm not talking about what your bank has, your credit card company. I had 3 different identity theft plans before ID Shield. And when I realized this one did more than all 3 combined and cost less than each of them, it was a no-brainer for me to make the shift. So what does ID Shield provide? First of all, you get another app specifically for your identity theft protection. You can see your credit score, alerts, contact them right away. To get access to this benefit, it's only $19.95 a month for one person, only $34.95 for your family, spouse, and children up to 18 years old, up to 10 children. Powerful benefit. So what do you get? Well, first of all, they monitor everything that matters, from your credit score to your social security number. You find out somebody's using your social. Who do you call to get that fixed, right? The police don't know what to do. You know, the agencies you call don't know what to do. What do you do? Passport issues. God forbid you're traveling and find out somebody's been tampering with your passport and now you're on some watch list. Driver's license. One of my friends found out there was a warrant for his arrest in a state he'd never even been in. How do you get that fixed? What do you do when that happens? Email, phone, database. The medical identity theft issue is the worst. What happens if somebody uses your information and their personal medical records are now mixed in with your medical records? That's a scary situation to be in. But we don't have to live in fear, because with ID Shield, not only will they monitor that if you choose to have them monitor it, but they can get it fixed for you. Powerful. Dark web, they monitor where they buy and sell our information, password protection, social media, you name it, privacy management, social media reputation management, you name it, they've got the protection in place. And the best part is you have private investigators who do whatever it takes and work as long as it takes to restore you back to pre-theft status. And that's backed by a $3 million service guarantee. So family, how many see the value in our ID Shield? Put the number 2 in the chat if you see a value. The third core product we offer is for small business owners. Now, how many of us know small businesses are the backbone of our economy? All the jobs, most of the jobs come from small businesses. And small business owners have the same issues that big business owners have. They just don't have the same budget. And so now they don't have to. So think about all the businesses you shop at, where you spend your money, the business owners you know. Here's what we offer. We have 3 major packages. Our most popular package is $169 a month. Our middle package is $99 a month, and the small package is $49 a month. And so each program provides similar benefits, but the quantity of usage is different. So unlimited advice and consultation is included, letters and phone calls on behalf of that business, document and contract review, collection letters, trademark and copyright matters, employee handbook drafting, custom contract drafting, IRS audit services, and then you can add the trial defense supplement, which every business owner should have, for lawsuit protection for only $14.95. But it can only be added to the big plan or the middle plan. And then in addition to that, excuse me, as a business owner, there's all kinds of questions, not only for the attorneys, but all the different questions that come with starting a business, growing a business, running a business, hiring employees. Wouldn't it be nice to have not only a team of attorneys, but a team of business consultants with every expertise in business available online to talk to? That's what the Business Plus supplement provides for only $14.95. So put a 3 in the chat if you see the value in what we offer to small business owners as well. So ladies and gentlemen, those are our 3 core products. If you see the value in it and sharing the word with others that can benefit from it, there's something in it for you as well. The membership can be accessed so easily by a laptop, desktop, a phone app, a tablet, you name it. You just click the button. You've got access to your attorneys right there in your phone app, super quick to call. Also, it gets even better. How many love a discount or love really good discounts? How many like discounts so much you think it's free? Well, that comes with member perks. Because we have such a large network of customers, we have over 400 companies that give us a discount because we're LegalShield members. So I save 8% on my cell phone bill every month because I'm a LegalShield member. They've got travel discounts, Costco discounts, you name the discounts. Even if you only found 2 or 3 of your favorites and it was saving you more than you spend to have your legal plan, wouldn't that be a great thing to have? So make sure you check out your member perks as well. So how many believe this is an idea worth sharing? Like you could think of some family members and friends like, oh man, I've got family members that probably don't have their will done. This could save them money. I would refer them for free. That's exactly what I was thinking. I told my friend who invited me to see this, you know what? Not only do I want this for myself, but I've got family members that need to see this. I don't think I've ever seen this before because they probably would have shared it with me. And if they knew about it and didn't tell me, we're going to have a conversation. But also, I have friends and colleagues, everybody needs to see this. And my friend said, well, if you're going to refer them anyway, you might as well set up your referral account as an associate, and the company will pay you for what you were going to do for free. I said, say that one more time. She said, yeah, the company will pay you for what you were going to do for free. I said, well, sign me up for that too. And so that's how I became an associate. I referred a handful of people. And by refer, I don't mean I did a presentation like this. No, I didn't know how to do a presentation like this, nor was I interested in doing a presentation like this. But how many people can send a text message to a bunch of folks and send them a link to a Zoom like this, or send them a video and let somebody else explain it all for you? Of course you can. You can do that while you're at work. Some of you might have gotten invited. Somebody sent you a text while they were at work or at home sitting on the couch and simply invited you to learn more. And what you decide to do with that information is completely up to you. Well, if you're willing to send some text messages while sitting back on your couch and invite people to a Zoom and then put them on the phone with somebody else to answer their question, the company will pay you for what you were willing to do for free as well. So let's look at the three different ways that we get compensated. First of all, it doesn't matter what your background, your walk of life is. These are real people. These are friends of mine from every background, every walk of life. Doesn't matter your gender. It doesn't matter. If you are able to send a text message and put somebody else on the phone and participate in a training program where we teach you how to never run out of people to share the information with, you're qualified. We have a proven track record. Over 300 of us have become Millionaire Club members already, which means we've earned over $1 million from the company. Over 700 ring earners. That means that we earn anywhere from $50,000 in a year to over $1 million in a year, like Mrs. Gardner, in a 12-month time period. Over 400 are six-figure ring earners, earning over $100,000 a year working from home or working from anywhere. Over $1 billion has been paid out, no longer in the last 10 years. In the last 8 years, we've paid out over $1 billion. Now, where does that money come from? Instead of the company spending $100 million a year advertising on television, which doesn't always work that well, they know that word of mouth advertising is way more powerful. So the company says, why don't we take that $100 million plus per year and allow those happy customers like you and I to spread the word and pay them, give them another opportunity to provide for their families. And we're forever grateful for that type of opportunity. So let's go over some numbers. And so for all the people, if you don't consider yourself a numbers person, don't worry, the computer does all the math for you and you'll still get paid. And so there's two colors here. The numbers in black are based on when a person buys a family package for $64.90 a month. That means they get the legal plan and identity theft for the family. The numbers in blue are what you earn when you protect a business owner. They get the big plan for $169 plus the $15 lawsuit protection. And these numbers are what you get paid. Now, everybody starts off at the associate level. So when you protect a family, say, for example, I'm your coworker and we're at work one day and you say, hey, have you seen this app? And you show me your LegalShield app on your phone. I say, no, what's that? Oh, man, you got to see this. I'm going to send you a link with a short video that explains it. I take a look at the video and I go, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I want this. So I sign up. Well, you're going to make, if you're brand new at the associate level, pay level, you're going to make $70 for protecting me as a customer. If I say, hey, I own a business as well, I want to sign up my business, you also earn $198 at the associate level for protecting my family. It was as simple as sending a link. And if I have questions, you put me on the phone with somebody else. How many people can do that? Of course you can. We've designed it to be skill-free, fear-free. Anybody from any background can send a text message with a video, invite them onto a Zoom, or put them on the phone with somebody else. And now we've got way more people spreading the word. It's a brilliant model. But why make $70 when you can make $370 for protecting that same family, or over $1,000 for protecting the business? How does that work? Well, you can get paid and promoted, get a pay raise just for reaching a certain number of families protected. For example, about 3 customers and you get your first pay raise to the senior associate level. A few more, you get another pay raise. So we show you exactly how to get a pay raise, but you're earning anywhere from $70 to $370 for protecting the family, and anywhere from $198 to over $1,000 for protecting a business. That's the first way we get compensated. The second way we get compensated is residual income. Now, what is residual income? That's when you do something one time, but you keep getting paid over and over and over and over again. It's like early retirement income. So when you protect, I signed up as a customer with you in that example, and a year later, I'm still a happy customer. Well, the company is receiving residual income because I'm making that monthly payment. But because you're the one that referred me as an associate, the company is going to pay you a percentage of my monthly payment every single month for the lifetime of me having that service. How powerful is that? So you forgot all about signing me up. I moved on to a different job. The law firm takes care of me. Customer service takes care of me. We haven't spoken in a year, but a check shows up in your bank account month after month, year after year after that first year for every customer that you referred. Powerful. The third way we get compensated is leverage. Now, a lot of people don't understand the power of leverage because we've been taught to be leveraged. What does that mean? We've been taught that it's okay to work for other people, but it's not okay to have other people work for us. And I don't understand that mentality. Would you rather be the real estate agent or insurance agent that can only make money when you personally go to work? Or would you rather be the real estate broker or insurance broker that has a team of agents that can protect a family or share the product or service, and you get paid multiple streams of income, whether you're working or not? That's the difference between working harder all by yourself and working smarter with a team. And you can choose to do one or the other or both here with LegalShield. So say, for example, you've gotten a few pay raises and you're now at the director level. And you, on the side, outside of your job, you protect 10 customers a month, just 10. Well, as a director, if those are families, you're making $220 times 10. That's $2,200 a month on the side. How many can get excited about an extra $2,000 a month? But let's say you have 4 people on your team and they're building their own business. And so one of them is a senior manager. And when they go out there and protect a family, you get paid the difference between your pay level and their pay level, which is that $60. So if the senior manager team goes out and does 10 a month, that's $600 a month in your bank account on top of the $2,200 a month that you did yourself. But your manager teams, they go out there and do 10 a month as well. The difference between your pay level and their pay level is that $40 plus the $60, that's $100 times 10. That's another $1,000 a month from your managers, plus the $600 a month from your senior manager, plus the $2,200 a month from yourself. Team number 3, their senior associate. The difference between your pay level and their pay level is all 3 of these. That's $130 times 10. That's another $1,300 a month, plus the $1,000 a month, plus the $600 a month, plus the $2,220 a month you did yourself. And then finally, your associate team, the difference between your level and theirs is all 4 of these overrides. That's $150. So when they do 10 a month, that's another $1,500 a month from them, plus $1,300 a month from this group, plus the $1,000 a month from this group, plus the $600 a month from the senior managers, plus the $2,200 a month from what you did yourself. My point is, at some point, you will not understand your paycheck, but you will cash it anyway. Type yes in the chat if you agree. And so, family, that's called leveraged income. That's what allowed me to retire 40 years early at the age of 22 years old, because I didn't keep it to myself. I was earning great income part-time. I worked hard and got to the director my first month. And then people started asking me to teach them what I did. And I said, can you send a video to somebody? Can you get somebody onto a presentation that somebody else does for you? And then I started building a team. And as my team succeeded, I was working smarter instead of harder, like my stepdad was advising me way back then. So family, we can go on and on. I just showed you 4,400 a month in passive income from your team. What if they were doing 10 a week? That's 4,400 a week. My point is, whether you'd like to earn an extra 500 to 1,000 a month, an extra 500 to 1,000 a week or more, or you'd like to create a 6 or even 7-figure income, we have a plan for you. Just tell us what you want to accomplish, and we can map out a plan to make that happen. So wrapping up, family, the best part about this is that you own it. You own your own home-based business that you can work from anywhere. You can start part-time, flexible hours, no territorial restrictions. Anywhere you know people in the United States and Canada, they can get started in this opportunity. And you've got a team that you can support all over the country from the smartphone that you operate from. It's a willable book of business. My beautiful 8-year-old son now, Jacob, was born on the autism spectrum. And one of my missions is to make sure that anything he should ever need will be taken care of. And guess what? How many believe in generational wealth? Because of this opportunity being a willable book of business, my 8-year-old son now has a 6-figure a year inheritance on the way and growing because of this amazing opportunity. How many believe in putting something like that in place for your loved ones as well? Lifetime residual income. The Fast Start training class teaches you everything you need to know to get paid and promoted quickly. In fact, if you let us coach you, we can help you earn up to $700 in bonuses within your first week or so by going to the Fast Start class and letting us get you into sharing this information right away, the right way, with us helping you. Ongoing weekly training, alignment with a personal mentor, and the best part is a one-time $49 setup fee. So you become a customer, and then a one-time $49, less than a half a tank of gas, and you have a business. And you don't have to overcomplicate it. It's super simple. The company runs the company. All you do is send text messages and put people on the phone and plug into the training program where we teach you everything you need to know. It's that simple. Please don't overcomplicate this very simple business. If you love our technology package that you get free for the first month, you can keep it, and it's only $24.95 a month. If you're not that active, you can pause it so there's no ongoing expense for the business. And that wraps up the first part of our overview, everyone. So 3 steps. It takes only 3 minutes to get enrolled. Step 1, become a customer. Use it. You're going to love it. Get your will done. Use the app. Show it off. People are going to ask you about it. And when you send them that link to the video, connecting with somebody else, you're going to have some customers and be getting paid. But you got to do step 2 and make sure you became an associate first, so your website is already set up that the company creates for you, and your direct deposit account. I forgot to mention, we get paid daily with LegalShield. The next day after they receive payment, you get a direct deposit. And then finally, step 3, get trained, go to the training class, get paid and promoted. Let your team leaders and mentors help you so you don't have to make the mistakes that they may have made. You can earn while you learn. So that concludes the first part of our overview, everyone. The best part is tomorrow, same time, you can literally text people a link and have someone else do a phenomenal presentation for you and have your business up and running. So get signed up today. Find out, how do I invite people to the next one, or send a video, and the person who invited you out will show you how simple this thing is, and you'll be able to earn while you're learning. So get back with the person who invited you out. Let them know you're ready to get started. If you have questions, they'll connect you with one of our team leaders who can assist you, and we look forward to supporting you every step of the way. Have a good time, everyone.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bell.
Thank you, Mr. Bell.
Thank you, Mr. Bell.
We love you.
Good job.
You're
Happy birthday, sir. Thank you. Happy birthday.
Thank you,
Happy
Mr. Bell.
birthday.
Great.
Happy
Lauren Johnson from
birthday.
Detroit. I bring in my daughter Peyton Johnson from Detroit. We thank y'all. We love the team. Let's get